You'd be so nice to come home to.
Fifth ode.
In her brass-bound room, fair Danae is well endured of separation from the heaven's light, a prisoner, hidden in a chamber like a tomb, although she, too, came from a noble line, and she, my child, had in her care the liquid streaming golden sea of Zeus. But the power of fate is full of mystery. There's no evading it. No, not with wealth, or war, or walls, or Black Sea beaten ships. And the hot-tempered child of Dryas, king of the Edonians, was put in prison, closed up in the rocks by Dionysus, for his angry mocking of the god. There the dreadful
Flower of his
rage slowly withered, and he come to know the god who in his frenzy he had mocked with his own tongue, for he had tried to hold in check women in that frenzy, inspired by the god, the bad fire. More than that, he made the muses angry, challenging the god who loved the flute.
Beside
The black rocks where the tin seas meet. Charlie Blackfire, at a camp close to the place where Ares dwells, the war god witnessed the unholy wounds which blinded the two sons of Phoenix, inflicted by his savage wife. The slightest holes cried out for someone to avenge those blows made with her sharpened comb in blood-stained hands. Misery, they wept, lamenting their wretched suffering, sons of a mother whose marriage had gone wrong, and yet she was an offspring of an ancient family, the race of Erechius, raised far away in caves surrounding by her father's winds. Boreas' child, a girl who raised with horses across steep hills, child of gods who she too, my child, suffered from the immortal fate. Go forth!
Oh! You surprised me!
Lords of Thebes, we two have walked the common path. One person's very serving us both. The blind require our guide to find their way.
Right. What news do you have, old Tiresias?
I'll tell you and you obey the prophet.
I've not rejected your advice before.
That's the reason you've steered the city on its proper course.
From my experience, I can confirm the help that you give.
Then know this, your luck's on the razor's edge.
What? What you've just said makes me nervous.
You'll know once you hear the tokens of my art, as I was sitting in my ancient place receiving omens from the flights of birds.
Oh, God.
You all come there where I cannot hear them, I
Oh, no! Oh, no!
Among those birds an unknown cry, evil, unintelligible, angry, screaming. I know that they were tearing at each other with murderous claws.
Oh,
and
no.
those wings revealed that all too well.
Shoot. Oh.
I was afraid, so right upon the blazing altar, I set up burnt offerings, but the Hephaestus killed to shine out from the sacrifice. Dark slime poured out of the embers oozing from their thighs.
Exactly.
Which smoked and spat. Bile was sprayed high up into the air, and the melting thighs lost all the fat. They'd been wrapped in, the rites had failed, there was no prophecy. Revealed in them, I learned that from this boy, who is my guide, as I guide all men.
Yes.
Our state is sick, your policies have done this. In the cities, our altars and our hearths have been defiled, all of them. With rotting flesh brought there by the birds, and dogs from Oedipus' son. who lies there miserably dead. The gods no longer will accept our sacrifice. Our prayers are thy both burned in fire.
Oh no!
No bird will shriek out a clear sign to us, for they have gorged themselves on fat and blood from a man who's dead. Consider this, my son, all men make mistakes.
I got you.
That's not uncommon, but what they do, they're no longer foolish. Make concessions to the dead, but don't ever stab a man who's just been killed. What's the glory in killing a dead person one more time? I've been concerned for you. It's good advice. Learning can be pleasant when a man speaks, especially when he speaks for your benefit.
Old man, you're all like archers shooting at me, for I've now become your target. Even prophets have been aiming at me. I've long been bought and sold as merchandise among the tribe. Well, go and make your profits. If it's what you want, the trade with the Sardis for their gold and silver alloy or for gold from India, but you'll never hide that corpse in any grave. Even if Zeus's eagles should choose to seize his festering body and take it up right to the throne of Zeus, not even then would I, in trembling fear of some defilement, permit that corpse of burial. For I know well that no man has the power to pollute the gods. But, old Tiresias, among human beings the wisest suffer a disgraceful fall when, to promote themselves, they use fine words to spread about abusive insults.
Alas, does any man know or think about?
Think what? What sort of pithy common thought are you about to utter?
How good advice is value worth all more than all possessions.
I think that's true, as much as foolishness is what harms us most.
Yet that's the sickness now infecting you.
I have no desire to denigrate a prophet when I speak.
But that's what you do when you claim my oracles are false.
The tribe of prophets, all of them, are fond of money!
And kings, their tribe loves to benefit dishonestly.
You know you're speaking of the man who rules you.
I know thanks to me and you, Save the City are now in control.
You're a wise prophet. You love doing wrong.
You'll force me to speak of secrets locked inside my heart.
Then do it. Just don't speak to benefit yourself.
I don't think you'll be doing that as far as I'm concerned. I don't think I'll be doing that as far as you're concerned.
You can be sure you won't be changing my mind to make yourself more rich.
Then understand this well. You will not see the sun race through the cycle many times before you lose a child of your own loins, a corpse in payment for these corpses you've thrown down to those below someone from up above. In your arrogance, you've moved a living soul into a grave, leaving her body owned by gods below, unburied, dispossessed, unsanctified. That's no concern of yours or the gods above. In this you violate the ones below, and so destroying avengers wait for you, furies of Hades and the gods who'll see you caught up in this very wickedness. Now see if I speak as someone who's been bribed. It won't be long as before and in your own house, the men and women all cry out in sorrows, and the cities rise against you. All those whose mangled soldiers have had burial rites, from dogs, wild animals, or flying birds, who carry the unholy stench back home to every city hearth. Like an archer, I shoot these arrows now into your heart, because you have provoked me. I am angry, so my aim is good. You'll not escape their pain. Boy, lead us home so we can vent his rage on younger men and keep a quieter tongue and more temperate mind than he has now.
My lord, such dreadful prophecies, and now he's gone. Since my hair changed color from black to white, and now here in the city, he's never uttered a false prophecy. Son of Marcus, you need to listen to some good advice. Go and release the girl from the rock tomb, then prepare a grave for that unburied corpse. Yes, my lord, as fast as possible. Swift-footed injuries sent from the gods. Hack down those who act imprudently. Go now and get this done. Don't give the work to the other men to do.